So as you can see here, I have some very silly text in English, but this is just to illustrate how to actually work with the decimal points and how to work with thousands delimiters, thousands separators. So I would like to use now. I would like to use machine translation, and I would like to actually translate this into Spanish. So what I can do, I can go to the target segment and just press Ctrl plus space. And as you can see, this will translate it pretty nicely, and also it will actually use the correct thousands delimiter, which is decimal point in Spanish, and also the decimal delimiter, decimal separator, which is comma in Spanish. But the problem is, as one of my users told me, hi Melanie, so she explained to me that in some Latin American countries they actually speak Spanish, but they use the US notation. And the problem with this machine translation using Google or using DeepL is that you can set Spanish, but this will always use the European Spanish. So also this decimal points and thousands separators will be used correctly as per the European Spanish. So if you want to use actually the US notation, then what you can do is to go to Bohemicus, and you can check this checkbox here, automatically adjust decimal and thousand separators in machine translation results. And now what you need to do, you need to set it up. So let's start with decimal separators. As you can see, when I translate it into Spanish, so let's translate it again, the decimal separator will be comma in Spanish. So that means that I would need to correct it back to decimal point. And this can be set up here. So as you can see, here we have the decimal separator, which is set to comma. So as you can see in Spanish translation, it's a comma, but we want to change it back to decimal point because that's what they use in, for instance, Mexico, I think. So we will change it from comma to point, to decimal point, which is set up here. And the same is with thousands separator. So as you can see, in European Spanish, they use point, decimal point actually, but we would like to use the US notation, so it means we would like to use a comma. And so this will be set up in a very similar way. So as you can see, we would need to change it from point, which is what the European Spanish uses, as you can see here in this 1 million. So, and we would change it to comma, which we have here. Or you could actually change it to whatever you want. For instance, in Czech, we don't use points or commas, we use just spaces. So I could set up a space. Or I could set up something totally different. I don't know, maybe an apostrophe. Like this. And to separate my thousands with an apostrophe. But for the sake of argument, let's choose this comma. And let's check this checkbox, automatically adjust decimal and thousand separators. And now when I go back to my Trados Studio and I press Ctrl plus space again, so I will machine translate my segment, so watch what happens. And as you can see, it will translate it into Spanish, but it will keep this US notation. So thousands will be separated by commas, and the decimal places will be separated by decimal point. Again, thousand separators here. So this is how you actually adjust decimal points and the thousand separators using Bohemicus. So thank you for watching this video. Check what is Bohemicus all about in the description below this video, and I'll see you next time.